Alright guys, so I made this video about, I would say, 2 weeks ago. And I just showed you what my day one lineup would look like. Not going in depth on anything, just showing you the day one lineup. And you guys seem to freaking love it. So today what I want to do is show you again my day one lineup, what it will look like, all my pre-order bonuses options, everything like that. But we're going to even go even more in depth with it. We're going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to create my team day one, what I'm going to focus on, and how I'm going to gear myself day one to be as great of a team as I possibly can. So with that in mind, let's get right into it. Comment of the day coming in from Rubber Band Weapon, who said, I'd rather take Alex Smith over Matthew Stafford. Tell me down below, guys, who would you rather have, Matthew Stafford or Alex Smith? Also, like goal for this video, guys. Hit me smash 75 likes. Hit the like button down below for me to go ahead and help us smash that goal. And question of the day is going to be, go ahead and tell me down below, answer this question, what's your team going to look like day one, and what are you really gearing toward? Are you going for a more run-happy approach, pass-happy approach, or are you trying to become as balanced of a team as possible day one? So let's get started right away. First off, we have 10 of the Rookie Premier players, as you guys know, for doing the Rookie Premier sets in MUT 18. We also have the 89 Antonio Brown, which you get for the pre-order edition of the game. We also have the 3 loyalty players you get for just logging in the last 3 years of Madden. And of course, again, we have Rookie Premier players, and then this is the Gauntlet player. So day one, you can get 1 free Gauntlet Elite, and that one player, I'm going to choose the cornerback, just because of the fact that I don't really need the wide receiver. I was going to choose the D-tackle, but at the same time, I feel like he is honestly just a shutdown corner, and that's what I want day one. So the only thing you're not seeing on this right here is going to be my GOAT player. Sadly, my Hall of Fame edition player, whoever I ended up choosing, Rod Woodson, Terrell Owens, Dan Marino, Terrell Davis, and Brian Urlacher, they're not in the game yet. So let's go ahead and just go on from there. So I'm not going to choose... Let's get this out of the way, actually. They're all 80 overalls, okay? You can upgrade them to 85s day one with training points, but they're all 80 overalls to start off. So there's not like you can do much when it comes to that boat. So what am I going to do day one with that in mind? I'm probably going to go ahead and go with Woodson at cornerback. Now, we're going to go ahead and just take a random Steeler. Actually... Let me not do steal. Let me just go ahead and take a random silver card. And this is going to be Rod Woodson. I know it doesn't look like Rod Woodson, but keep that in mind. This would be Rod Woodson is what I'm trying to say. So we would have Alexander, we would have Wood, and then Woodson. That would be my 3 cornerbacks day one. So now that we got all the pre-order bonuses out of the way, now that we got all the Rookie Premier players out of the way, let's go ahead and really just deep dive into this team and what I'm going to focus on first. Well, the first thing I want to focus on, any ultimate team, any team build you ever do ever, like in real life or in a video game, you got to focus on the core. The core is your offensive line. That's going to let you be able to pass block. That's going to let you be able to run the ball. You're going to be able to actually have time with the ball. That's what you want to focus on. Now, day one, all these prices will be expensive as all heck. Now, if you play EA Access, it'll be even more expensive, but if you wait a little bit after EA Access, they will be a little less expensive. Nonetheless, though, because of training points, they still will be up there. What I probably want to go ahead and do is just focus on a good run blocking team. So, for example, I'm just going through some of these gold cards. I honestly, day one, I'm just focused on trying to get the best run blocking offensive line I can get. Now, pass blocking is important, but the thing that comes down to is you want to be able to run the ball more than pass the ball. The reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, yes, you can, if you can pass the ball a million times against someone, you can beat them. But the fact of the matter is, let's say they shut you down. If you can run the ball against someone every single play, there's a lot less chances of error than if you can pass the ball against someone every single play. Because passing the ball, there could be interceptions, there could just be your quarterback that was a bad pass, any crazy number of things could happen. For your running back, the only thing that can happen is you fumble, right? That's the only thing. I know that's awful, but that's the only thing that you can pretty much happen. And to avoid that, you can have multiple halfbacks and keep on switching halfbacks one by one and getting halfbacks to good carrying ratings. So you can somewhat avoid the risk day one by getting a good halfback. Passing the ball, you can't really avoid any risk because you could throw a pass to your guy wide open and your quarterback underthrows it, or you just don't have a good quarterback, or the cornerback you're playing against is OP. I focus on running the ball majority of the time. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stay with Quentin Nelson. I'm going to stay with all my rookie premier players and not upgrade them in that aspect. But keep that in mind. Obviously, if I have a better player than a rookie premier player, I'll put him in there instead of the rookie premier player. So going ahead and going to the next for center, again, really focusing on run block, at the same time focusing on not really, too crazy overall players. Because yes, overalls obviously do matter, but at the same time, you do not want to risk, some of these cards up here, they might cost you an arm and a leg to get. And I'm trying to be as realistic as possible day one. A 78 overall gold might not go for as much day one, obviously, as an 82 overall elite. Now, these golds could go for a lot because of the, because of the Team Diamond sets. But at the same time, I think we should be fine with how many people could be opening up packs day one. So let's go ahead and go to right guard. And going through here, we have some really good budget pass blockers. But again, I'm trying my best to focus on that running game. And I'm trying my best to just, build a good core around running the ball. You know what? This guy is actually not too bad. Let's go ahead and go with this guy. He has 76 of both. So if anything, he does go ahead and give us some pretty good both. Now, how I usually like to build my teams, and I'll just kind of stress, I'm not doing it here, but this is how I like to do it. I like to do this if I'm doing anything budgety. Pass block, run block, awareness. That's how I like to build my offensive lines if I'm doing things as a budget. If I'm not doing it as a budget and I'm doing it mainly as, okay, I'm just going to build a really good run blocking offensive line because that's what I want to do, then obviously that would be a little bit different. But if I'm not doing it in that context, I like to do pass block, run block. Because mainly, a lot of time when you run the ball, you're going to be running right up the gut, right? Running up right up the middle. And you need some good run blockers in the middle, left guard, right guard, center, to be able to pull and push people out of your way. Yes, you will be doing outside runs and stretches, but at the same time, I'd rather have a guy on the right or left tackle who can hold someone there and avoid them from getting to my quarterback if I need to go budgety. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the receivers. We got Antonio Brown and we got Calvin Ridley. Who I want to add first off is going to be actually someone from my budget series, and that's going to be J.J. Nelson. The main reason why, Wildcat, end arounds, any kind of trick plays, kick return, punt returns. This is your man, and this is the guy I want on my team. I don't want this 90. I would love to have 90 overall Randy Moss, but that's just not realistic at this point. So I want to go ahead and start off with a good receiver that's going to be able to help me out day one, be able to get down the field and do some great stuff. As you can see, all the players have 0 route running. I don't know why. So let's go ahead and go with next guy, and this is going to be Will Fuller. I'll probably move him over there. Probably put Will Fuller over there. Let's see what's his speed. Never mind. We're going to go ahead, and Fuller's height is 6 foot tall. Ridley is 6'1". I'll probably do like that. So we're going to go ahead and maybe this. Yeah, this looks better for me. So this is what I would do. I get J.J. Nelson. I'll probably get Will Fuller. Two really good probably he'll be a lot cheaper than him, but two really good solid receivers that have speed that can go ahead and run drag routes, out routes, anything I need just to get a quick couple yards and get down the field. Next thing I'm going to look at is going to be fullback, and what I'm going to look at fullback is I'm just looking for someone who can block. That's pretty much it. Nothing too special. Also, by the way, I forgot to show you, I am choosing Rob Gronkowski as my 80 overall for elite for pre-owning the game. So if you got confused there, that's why Rob Gronkowski is right there. So let's go ahead and go down. Again, just a good run blocking fullback is all I really want. Nothing too special, but at the same time, it looks like the best guy I'm going to go ahead and get here might be Andy Janovic. All right, we're going to go Andy Janovic. Let's go with him. Now, defense, luckily for me, we already have a pretty good defense. I mean, we don't really need too many players. We have 3 good corners, this being Rod Woodson. And, of course, defensively, we're not having to really look too far for this crazy, next player up thing. So, when it's a linebacker, what I'm looking for is going to be speed. Especially day one, I'm going to want someone I can use her, someone I can just have on the field and not have to worry about and not be a liability. That's the number one thing I love to look at when it comes to adding players to my team is this player going to be a liability for me? Can I lose a game because of that one asset, that one player in the squad? If that answer is yes, speed is what I do to fix that. Because speed, yes, a player can... He might not have any coverage ability. He might not be able to pass rush. But if he has speed, I can use him and I can make him work in my team. But if he has 0 speed, even if he's the best pass rusher ever, even if he has, you know, whatever may be the case, if he's slow as molasses, when you run the ball to the left-hand side, he's not going to get to the running back. If you do a pitch play, he's not going to get his running back. If the quarterback has any speed to him, he's not going to be able to get to the quarterback. So that's something that I really want to focus on and I really want to look at. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start off with defensive tackles. So defensive tackles, who I'd probably go ahead and do is probably spend some extra coins. I do want a 3-4 defense. I probably pick up Steve right here. And in my second D tackle, I'm probably looking for, again, a nice little block shed D tackle that I can use on my squad. And I would probably go ahead and... I might just go ahead and go with Malcolm Brown. He was actually, I believe, in my... No, I did not do a Budget Squad series for him yet. But with that in mind, that's probably be who my 2 D tackles would be. And that would be the squad, guys. So kicker and punter, I would probably get some cheap kicker and punter that I can just, you know, kick 30-yard field goals with. And that's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to backups, obviously I would work on backups. But this is what my day one lineup I feel like would look like if I just started right now and I started grinding. This is what I would want to try to build. A good run blocking offensive line, decent receivers with some good speed. Obviously I have my halfback. And of course defensively, a good speedy linebacker. I would choose carefully to try my best to build a pretty good decent team. And then 2 block shedding defensive tackles. With that in mind, guys, tell me down below what your team looks like. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.